Okay. Alrighty, folks. Here in about 4 or 5 minutes, we are going to explore StormOS, a Arch-based Linux distribution. It is my daily driver, my favorite distribution I've ever tried. Things just work. So we're going to do that here in about 4 minutes. So grab your popcorn, your drinks, coffee, your go juice, wherever it is you use, and let's get to it. Welcome to my first video. I created this channel a day ago. I just now am able to live stream. It was finally authorized, and I guess you got to wait 24 hours. It's the standard for anybody. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So, I don't know where my live chat went. I sure hope chat is on. I sure do hope chat is on. Okay. Let's check this out. Hopefully I can do no. I do not see a live chat. I'm not so sure. Seconds. All right, here we go, folks. All right, we're going to do a couple of things today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to install StormOS. Okay. And then we're going to update StormOS. we're going to customize StormOS. And we're going to try to do this in under 30 minutes. Okay. If we don't, we're just going to mess around a little bit. Okay. It's my first video. I have installed many distributions over my time. Things break. Things don't work. So I'm really hoping my favorite operating system, StormOS, my daily driver, does the job for us this evening. Okay, but we're about to find out. Let's jump right into that. Okay. All right. So let me pull up here. You can see me here. We're going to make a new machine. We're going to call it StormOS. And it's a Linux distribution, but it's not an Oracle, so let's change that to 64-bit. You got to have that enabled in your BIOS to do 64-bit. If not, it's going to be 32-bit. Every motherboard's different. Manufacturer's usually the same. Let's go ahead and create that. It's asking me to do at least 1 gig of memory. We're going to do 8. Just in case we want to install extra stuff and run extra software if we got time to mess around within that 30 minutes. We want to make sure we give ourselves plenty of time. Oh, I always use dynamically. Okay, and it's asking for only 8 gigs. That's pretty awesome. You know, with Windows, you cannot do that. I'm going to get it at 50 gigs. Just for kicks and giggles. Start that up. We're going to go to settings first off. Okay, we're going to go to advanced here. And I'm going to always enable bidirectional drag and drop. That way, you know, even if you can't add a system folder to it, we don't need a floppy. Even if you can't add a system folder, it usually lets you do, you know, the drag and drop regardless. And it says I need 16 gigs of memory. We're going to max that out. And we're going to enable 3D acceleration. Don't have to. Here, controller ID, this here's empty. We're going to go here and we're going to add our StormOS to it. That's only if you got it downloaded. You can follow along, okay? Audio, make sure it's ticked. Internet's going to be working. There's no stereo port. Make sure your USB stick, just because you want to throw a USB stick in and get a file off. Let's see, we're going to add a folder. It should create a folder. We're going to add my documents. Open that up. We're going to mount that automatically. Hit OK. And we should be good to go. So check that out. We're going to start the machine out. Let me drag that over here. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Maximize the screen. And we're going to. There's several options here. Boot and boot StormOS. Boot StormOS, save graphics. Boot in. If you've already got it set up, you can boot into it like that, or you can reboot. We're going to go to the first option there. Hit enter. You're not going to be able to see me that well. Let's see here. I really don't care if you see me. I'm an old man, 51 years old. I'm very proud of it. I don't feel too bad. I'm going to go ahead and install this. You can take a look around before you install it if you want. But we're trying to do this in under 30 minutes, so I'm going to move right along here. All right. Let's see here. Next. Some English. I'm not in Indianapolis, not in BB, but it's the closest to me. Okay, keyboard's right. I'm going to erase the whole disk, and I'm going to do butterfs. Let's create our name for this. We're going to go OL for only Linux. We're going to make it OL. OL VirtualBox fine. Create a complicated password. Strong and complicated password as DT from DistroTube. Check DT out at DistroTube YouTube channel. He is completely awesome. Troy at eBus Central, awesome. Matt at Linux Cast, great places for information. Just in case we have extra time, I'm going to go ahead and add Lutris and wine. I add some of these later on down the road. If you got NVIDIA, you can add that right now. We're going to go ahead and hit next. Install this. Just in case I got extra time under that 30-minute window. Where's my timer? Oh crap. The timer doesn't appear to be working. That sure is a bummer. That sure is a bummer. I forgot to transition over. So we got kind of a head start here, but it's going to be under 30 minutes. I apologize for that. Hey, at least the system's not breaking. It's me that's breaking in my first video. So that's better than, your computer breaking. It's better if you make a mistake, if you foul up. It's better that if you do it than your system, because it makes for a better mood. It certainly makes for a better mood. At least that's what I think. That's where I'm at with it. So, okay. I know it hadn't been. We haven't been doing this for 5 minutes. I don't think. So let's say it's been 6 minutes. Okay. Let's say it's been 6 minutes, and we've only got 22 left right now. Okay. Just for the sake of argument. I did mess up and didn't transition out over my OBS. I'm using OBS Studio, by the way, to record this. Alright, done installing. That was pretty quick, Pretty quick. I really don't think Windows. I'm not here to bash Windows by any means. I might come in get cut into some Windows bashing though in some of my videos, but my whole point in life isn't to dog any company. It's to teach people to learn, so they could learn. If I show them the ins and outs of Linux, they're going to want to switch from Windows anyway. Alright, let's log into the screen here. Alright. First thing I'm going to do is install this. Alright, here we go. We got full screen now. We're going to update. Before I do anything, we're going to go ahead and update. Hit Control-Alt-T. It should bring up a terminal. And as you can see, NeoFetch is already installed. They've already got that in the bash RC. I'll show you that later if we got time under the 30 minutes. We're going to do a full system update by going sudo pacman SYU. That should update the system for us. Uh-oh. You know what? I think there's a problem. I noticed the last time I installed this, when I installed this my daily driver again, it's like I do distro hopping to test. I don't usually test off stream with a virtual machine. I like to have it on my system so I know if it's going to work, you know. So I know if I really like it, I could, you know, that way if I really like it, I can just stay on it, right? So they got a really nice, we're going to go and take a look at this while we're here. You got this really nice StormOS tools. It's got all this stuff. It does refresh mirrors, system updates. So basically right now that command SYU, it's doing a system update. So I've had to click this. It had done the same thing. And basically the error that may come up will be fixed if you do a keyring updater. It'll pretty much revoke any bad key rings or anything you got and go ahead and let you do the update. So there you go. It's kind of nice. You could, you know, game scripts, all kinds of stuff. I mean, this is games, utilities, and scripts tab. I mean, it's got more than just games. You know, calculator, all that kind of stuff. Only Office if you like that suite. Proton, Lutris. We've already done the Lutris, so we don't have to do any of that. Thunderbird, Mail. I think that's already installed. I'm not really sure why. Let's check. Internet. Yeah, Thunderbird's already installed, so they could clean this up a little bit and remove Thunderbird. Gimp. Let's see if Gimp's up here. No, I'm not dogging the Storm at all. It's absolutely my favorite, right? So you can clean that up. There's no reason to have that here. Firefox. Media. Let's see. They got VLC up here. Awesome. They don't. That's probably just a goof. I gotta tell you, because this Ben is pretty solid. He does a really good job. Very proud of him. If I could have the knowledge he did, I would create my own OS, which would be a fork from Storm, because I just love it. Love what they did, you know. But I'd start from scratch. When you're doing your own, you should probably start from scratch. So if I knew how to do that, I would have already created one. Okay, let's see. We can go ahead and customize this as this is going. I'm going to close out of this. I'm going to maximize that screen so we can see where we're at. Okay. We're done. It's going ahead and doing this. Proceed with installation. I wonder if it asks me something. So at one point, it'll ask you, something comes up on the screen here. Do you want it like a trusted or whatever? It's like, you know, maybe a PPA key or something, you know. And I've always hit, I assume, you know, with Storm, they're not going to give me anything that, you know, it's untrustworthy, you know. I mean, you know, so I was just hit yes. Maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe, well, I mean, you got to test the waters out, right? I just trust this. So I'm going to go ahead and do the customization as we go. I think that's completely fair. I don't like the size of the panel. I'm going to change that to 42. I don't have my contacts in, so I really can't see too well right now. I can't stand Firefox. I'm removing that. Set this over here to the side. Okay. Firefox. Going to remove Thunar. The terminal. This software thingy. That's a really neat thing. You can still use it. Taking it off your panel certainly don't delete the program. You know, I can bring the files up by hitting Control-Alt-F anyway. You know, it doesn't put a lot of clutter on my panel. You know, terminal Control-Alt-T. So I don't need that up there. So, no packages were updated. Yep. That's what I was afraid of. So, exit out of here and go back into that program I just took off. So if I left it on there, the process would have been quicker. Okay, so we're going to update the keyring here. Just cutting into my 30 minutes, ain't it? Time every week 10 advanced third party, check for updates, do flat packs updates, and we're going to enable snap. Close out of that, and we're going to close out of that. That way when it does update, it'll update all those packages too, all the flat packs and snaps. We're going to check into that snap deal because if that enables snap, with that there, it should enable snapd, which the program used to download snaps, of course. And then you could always download the snap store and have the the graphical thing up there. I do most everything in the terminal that I do. Be honest with you, I'd switched to Linux a lot sooner had I not been a little bit scared. Not really scared, but I didn't want to go through the work. I thought it was going to be, just like a very big learning curve, for me to learn the terminal, the commands, and stuff like that. And really, it's crazy easy. I mean, it's crazy easy. And there's so much support online. DT from DistroTube, check him out. Linux Cast, eBuzz Central. Just them three, you could learn a ton of stuff. Because they've all got a history of videos, and then you could always research. Just, I don't use Google. I don't like Google. I don't do Google search engine, nothing Google. I do have a Gmail account, but I go through my, I don't know if it makes any difference using Thunderbird or anything like that. But I just don't like Google. I like the freedom. I don't like to be tracked. I just don't like certain things. I think Google's, I just don't think it's as safe, too safe. So that's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. I am, if you think it's safe, leave comments on the video. Anything you don't disagree with, just leave, a nice comment. Say, hey, this is my experience, this is what I think, this is, so just let me know about it. Alright. This is I'm actually going to close. When you do update the keyring or the use that tool and terminal pops up for you, it actually closes that out. So "17 minutes." So that means we've only got 16 minutes now. That means we've only got really, I think I gave myself 2 minutes because I forgot to start the clock. So we're moving pretty quick though. It looks like it's definitely going to be updated before before the time's up. May have less time to customize, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more customization here. I really don't know what I have to customize, because I always set my stuff up with key bindings, shortcut keys, so I can get into things quicker. I usually uninstall every bit of that. I always uninstall. I uninstall this. There's no need for that. Let's see. Let's go back to my screen here. Nope, it's not done. Definitely uninstall Thunderbird. And I don't go with Gimp. Gimp is better than KD that I use, but it's not that good with Gimp yet. I will end up going to that, but once I learn more with the other, maybe it won't be that hard for me to transition over to a more powerful program. So Gimp's sort of like the Photoshop alternate. What would I want to change? Did I take the icons down? No, I didn't take the icons down. Take desktop settings. I don't like any icons on my screen. So I do like single click. So guys, please, you don't need all the icons. I mean, what good is it to have icons on your desktop anyway? I am a former icon hoard, I guess you could call it. Hoarder. Like this one, we'll go with that. Alright. Let's see where we're at. Not quite there yet. I would just change, like, the internet's Alt-I, my game is R, the software is Alt-P for paymac, short for paymac. That's how I set up my, I just don't like a lot of clutter, so it really wouldn't matter. I like the bar. I mean, I might tinker with it a little bit and just make my bottom panel with my clock. Messing around with that later in another video or off video. I don't need to put a video with my panel. I mean, everybody knows how to customize the panel. If not, ask someone in the Linux community can help you with your panels. I assure you, they will make suggestions. And if they make a suggestion that turned out to be a false one, don't blame them for it. Just say, hey, that suggestion you made, hey, it didn't work for me. Can you let me know what I'm doing wrong or something like that? Because these guys have been around for a long time, okay? And so far, nobody in the Linux community has treated me bad. eBuzz, Troy has commented, replied to some of the comments I've made, and a few other people, and it was awesome. I just loved it. I just loved it. Some kind of feedback is always positive to me, even if it's not what I want to hear, even if it may be kind of, hey, why'd you do that way for, or something like that. No comment it doesn't help anybody. If everything's perfect, I guess, then just say good job, hey, that's awesome. But when you don't hear anything, that would make me worry a little bit more, so that's just my personal feelings. Everybody's different, right? All right. Come on. Let's make that time frame. My water. I need to drink a lot more water. I'm kind of a huge man. think I'm just barely under 300, or if it's been a while since I've scaled. My goal this summer, I'm a school bus driver for the local community here. So my goal during the summer break was to drop some weight. I didn't do that, you know. I didn't do that. Normally I go trucking, you know, during the summer, or I try to venture off from the school and go just full-time trucking, but it hasn't been working. It hasn't worked out for me too well, you know, for you know, different various reasons. Okay, 10 minutes. That means I got about 8 minutes. Almost 9. It looks like it's updating now, though. Is this something? Something shows up on the screen. I didn't see it on this VM. Maybe it's because it's a VM it don't show up. But it's something about something David. I actually wrote it down. David Runpo. I don't know how that pronounced, but something he puts into it. You know, I think it's the kernel. I think it's got something to do with the kernel, because it tries to update. I don't know. It's either a keyring or a kernel or something. So I did tell Storm about it then, but I noticed. I think maybe I noticed something about, like, when you run NeoFetch, it shows which kernel. I think it goes above and beyond, you know. Because I was just trying to figure it out, because, you know, on the other computer over here that I got, let's see, it's this way. But well, it's actually this way, but I have to point this way on the screen to get you to go towards the, you know, the computer. But I could always just look at the wife's computer and see what kernel she's on, see what kernel it said that I was on. I'm not sure. And maybe I just actually looked at the kernel before I updated, or after, or something. And she was on a different one because maybe she didn't update, or I hadn't updated when I looked. I'm not quite sure yet. But it was around when I looked. It was around that same time. I saw that name, David. Something comes up. Do you want to trust something with something? I can't think of what it is. It might be a key ring or something. Because I say key ring, you know, because that's, I mean, running like I'm running now, I'm running the keyring updater. So if it updates after that, then it makes you think that, you know, it revoked, you know, that particular keyring that was breaking things. That is one thing I think with a rolling release that you get, because you get the latest and greatest pretty quick, you know. And you are the ones that report the breakage. You know, you report the breakage, and then, you know, they fix it when they get a chance. That's one thing that's great about the Linux community, open source, freedom. You know, they do this for free. They're not making anything. So, you know, and people understand that. That's why it's like a tight niche, a tight family, because, you know, the community understands that this stuff is free. They're volunteering their time, you know, to do that, to do these updates, to push these repositories, you know, update all this stuff, you know. So that's why you don't have this posse of people, this flaming Linux like they do Microsoft, which I flame Microsoft, let me tell you. So I think the reason for that is it's free, people understand, you know. Everything you have to do with your machine with Linux is worth the freedom. You know, you can choose the packages you want, any packages you download, okay. if you update your system, those packages are still going to work, because it updates those packages along with it. Instead, what happened to me, I think around either Windows 7 or early stages of Windows 10, I hated going off XP. I just loved that system. I really did. That seemed actually a little bit more secure than 7 and 10. But anyway, I had a high expensive Office package, Enterprise or something. I had everything, Excel, all that, PowerPoint, all that kind of stuff, right? So the Outlook, I just always liked Outlook better than the mail packages that would come, with the operating system. So it broke. There was a certain at one point it became broken. That part of the Office program became broken. Okay, and so it was kind of useless, But anyway, so that kind of stuff just don't happen with Linux. It just don't happen. I'm not going to say everything's perfect all the time, but I'm saying if you got a system and it's working, it works. Okay, it's just going to work. Okay, they're not going to say you got to trash that printer you got back in 1998. That's not going to work on any of our machines anymore. Okay, chances are the stuff is probably going to work with Linux. Okay, they're not going to say Tracy from only Linux, you cannot run that program on your computer no more. Linux is not going to do that. If it doesn't work, they would actually try to help you get the program to work instead of saying, hey, just dump it, get yourself something else. That's just how that's why I love Linux. It's real funny. I was scared about the terminal, and that's one of my hesitations to coming over to Linux. And now I use the terminal for most everything, like that software thing. I don't even go to that. I do go to it initially to to do the AOR, set it up for updates every week, stuff like that. But I mean, I really update my machine a lot anyway. I use the update command a lot, probably on a daily basis sometimes. It really depends on what I'm doing. If I do any kind of software or any editing or anything, I always update it. Alright, that's done. Well, then my red thing did not go away. So, we're going to bring the terminal back up. I'm going to go ahead and maximize this. Update this again. I just hit my arrow key. Nothing to do. Well, why is my red thing up here? Huh. We're going to see what that says. It may actually go ahead and say it's updated. If maybe that was up there before that and it stayed up there because of that reason. I don't know. We're about ready to find out. 2 minutes left, so I'm really close. Remember, I wanted to customize. I really customized my bar. It's the only thing I did. So I may not have time to customize anything. I might keep the video going and we'll just check StormOS out. Oh, yeah. We'll go ahead and do that. Something's bugging out. Ah, there we go. Flew over there. Actually, since it just got done, maybe it was that. Failed to Synchronize with AOR. I don't even use that anyway. Let's see what happens. Okay, there. Now it's up to date. Ah! Now I know why that red thing's on there. It's gone now. One thing I do... I don't like to see... When there's no update, I don't like to see that icon. See, I got 30 seconds. Shit. Forgot the other package of Gimp. It's gone. Alright, there it goes, folks. The time I've got it updated, those no updates, and I've customized my panel, removed my icons, removed the icons from my screen, uninstalled Gimp and Firefox. Let's verify this. Firefox is gone. Gimp is gone. So there you have it. Alright, let's just see what this thing does. Let's see if Snap, remember I had a question, because when you enable Snap you would think that snaps would be working, so I should be able to install my browser in a game with Snap. I've had, and this is, you know, a lot of the distributions that has done this to me, not all of them. But the game that I play, the screen would just magically close out. Okay, so that's frustrating. You know, when you're doing games with PvP or anything like that, you don't want your screen to close on you because you could get got pretty quick. So, and you know, instead of installing from the AUR, Flatpak, or whatever, Snap seemed to do, it doesn't happen. So install snaps, right? I guess it depends, you know. People say, oh, snaps are better, or, you know, Flatpaks are better, or to install everything from, you know, your package manager or whatever. But my experience, I mean, you just got to try them all. Whichever one works the best, that's the one you should go with. You know, don't let someone say, hey, you know, this is better, and then just go with all that, and then get frustrated if something breaks. Just, you know, try it out. If it works, use it. If it don't, try another one. Someone in the community can help you get it to work, though, I'm pretty sure. So let's see if I can install a snap. So sudo snap install Brave. It does. So enabling you know, snaps in the thing, you don't have to go through the process of which I'll show you what that is. If I can do a drag and drop. I wonder if I could, let me see if I can actually share the file. Okay, the folder showed up, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. No, I didn't think it was. So I'm going to drag. Let's go to my documents folder, open that up. I don't like that. I like single click. Behavior, single click. Alright. I'm a single click kind of guy. My screen here. Control F for my files because I don't have icons. So let me drag my Arch Linux over here. Oh, it ain't let me do that. Blow me down. Maybe it will let me drop We do a new document here. We're going to call it Arch. Create. Let me see if it'll just let me drag and drop. Why ain't letting me do that? Huh. Okay, it does let me drag and drop. Huh, it did. Maybe it was just, it took some time. Save that, so it's over here. These are all the things that I do when I install Arch Linux. Oh, does it say Storm? Yep, right here. Because you don't have to do all that stuff with Storm. Did I install Core? I didn't install that yet. Let's see where I'm at here. Oh, it didn't install that. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Let me minimize my screen. What was I doing? Oh, the drag and drop's working. Oh, I wanted to see if I got Core downloaded. No, I didn't. So let's do that now. Let's do that now. That open anymore. Let's open up a terminal. These are the things I do. So let's copy that. Paste that in the terminal here. Done. Make it a little bit bigger for you here. I like WoeUSB. You don't really have to have that with Arch. I actually use that just in case you want to run a, like the other day I did a video on, I compared, actually it was Linux Mint with Windows. I used Linux Mint as the any of them would have worked, but I did an install and update on Linux and an install and update on Windows, and Linux blew Windows away. So what I did was I started the Windows one after I had got it installed and got the desktop up, and when I started that, when I went to the settings and then update Windows updates, that's when I started that clock. I started Linux from the point when I hit start. I believe I hit start in the VM process, the virtual machine, and I think that's when I started the Linux, or either did it then or when I was on the Calamari, the installer. But it still blew. I beat it by 18 minutes with the head start. It was awesome. It was a great day for me. Okay, that's installed. Let's see here. snapd is already installed. I'm going to do that. Do my browser. Here, let's put that in there. Okay, I'm going to minimize this over here. Bring another terminal up. Where's my terminal? Oh, I did it on the other machine. What a dummy. And I'll do another. Program here. STACER is a must. STACER. Oh, that's done. It's pretty quick. That done. That's a pretty fast snap. Real fast. See if it actually installed. Well, it's not showing up yet. Where did I run? I wonder if it was a Brave. Was it Brave that I installed? Yep, it was Brave. It's not showing up. It might go to it when I hit the browser. No, it's not finding it. I think it's because I need to reboot. Sometimes it'll say reboot in the screen. You don't have to reboot to run your machine. I mean, if you wait really long periods of time, things could appear to be broke, but an update will take care of it. I mean, I got mine set up to do weekly updates. I mean, once your system's set up, there's really no reason to do, like, daily updates. And you'll get that on Arch if I mean, I might still get some even when I got it set for a week. I don't think so, but I might, because they might push one out because don't you want the latest? They like pushing that latest and greatest out. They want to make sure you get the best, So let's do sudo reboot. Alright. It loads really quick. I'm so happy with Storm. Internet. I wonder why it didn't show Brave. That's weird, ain't it? Core came up. It runs my fans. Oh, it's not gonna work. It's there. Let's see if WoeUSB came up. works. It loads. I just don't know why Brave didn't show up. Let's search for it. It's sure not finding it, is it? Maybe I forgot to. Oh, it says it's. No, it doesn't show it's installed. We'll try that again. You know, I could have inadvertently closed that out too. You know, because I was trying to run multiple terminals. Maybe when I might have typed the wrong command in and closed the screen out. That's pretty dumb. It happens, right? We do dumb stuff every now and then. Make mistakes. We're human beings, right? We're not perfect. We're not Jesus. We make mistakes. So. Okay, mount snap, snapd. Snap is unusable due to missing files. Contact developer. Okay, well that now we know, right? Now we know it's missing some files because I didn't install. Okay, bring the file manager up here full screen so you can see what I'm bringing up. Pull up Arch again. And I'm going to go ahead and do the install a snapd. Why not, right? What's it going to hurt? Like I said, I usually do stuff in the terminal, so that's actually the first time I've ever tried doing a snap from the terminal after I've just enabled the snaps in the paymac. So now we know. Oh, maybe I didn't refresh. If I didn't refresh the mirrors or anything like that, that's where that could have failed too. So this might be premature with the installing it this way, because I don't think I refreshed the mirrors or refreshed the AUR or anything. Did I use the YYUU command? I don't know if I did, but I know I didn't refresh the mirrors. Unless that does the mirrors too. I'm not. If it does, I'm certainly not aware of that. Get the next one ready. I'll install Brave, and after Brave, I'm going to close the video out. I think it's a successful first video. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I've never tried it just after that. I've got a file ready to go. Ready to paste something in here. Like I said, I was missing files. Yep. We'll go ahead and do that. Reboot. If you make a symbolic link, I need to probably reboot. Maybe that's all it needed to begin with, is a reboot to do that. I don't know. Now let's bring another terminal up. Try to install Brave. That was a really fast snap, man. Snap usually takes a little bit longer. It's more involved, but it works. I can actually honestly say I've never had a snap fail on me. Yep, it's working. Now I've had like either the AUR or Flatpak, one of the two on Brave. It's a completely different icon. It just looked weird, so I don't use it. I just use a snap. And then for the game I play, Snap goes above and beyond, and I play a game called RuneScape and played it. The boys, our kids got us into that game many years ago. We just, me and the wife play that. We like it, enjoy it. But if you install the Snap, you can install RuneScape from the Snap, and it installs the current RS3 and then the old school one, the game too. It installs two games, and I play them both. I play the current one, now. I mean RS3 now, but I play the other every once in a while. So. And the OBS is better from Flatpak. A lot of times, if you go to the software, like directly go to the software, you can pretty much find the best option for you. Now, with the difference between the game I play, is when I go to the RuneScape.com, it gives me a file to drag and drop. To put in the terminal and to install it that way. But Snap is better than that. That's one instance there that, they use Snap instead. And with the Snap, even if the one from their website worked just as well, it only installs the one client. And for some reason, I couldn't get the old school RuneScape client to download from their website. Maybe it's because I tried it, and maybe I don't know if I remember if I tried it in the VM or not. But I just couldn't get it to. I couldn't get the screen to come up for me to do that. So. All right. I didn't put this in a playlist either. My live chat ain't working. Either, you know, nobody's typing, or it just, the thing just ain't working. Let's see. It's out of there. There we go. We got Brave. Okay. And we're going to make Brave more secure. Search engine. Get rid of Google. Oh my gosh. Why is there even an option in Brave? The whole purpose of having Brave to ungoogle your stuff. And I always go beyond that. I always do Media Router or Wildvine. Let me add my extension here. I go above because I don't like to be tracked. I download DuckDuckGo. I guess I don't need to do it in the VM, but I'm showing you just so you can do it on yours. Alright. Okay, now when I open up my screen, why is it at? Once you set it, it should be fine. I won't do the bookmarks. I don't have any on this machine anyway. There we go. There we go. First video. Hope you liked it. If not, you know, anything I could do better, leave a comment, you know, let me know. I can't fix something if I don't know what's broken, right? So, it's been a pleasure talking to you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments, or you can email me at Tracy Gorrell, TracyGorrellsr at gmail.com. Have a great evening. God bless.